Hello, I'm Lynn Cota, Superintendent of Schools for the Franklin Northeast Supervisory Union. Here is our latest FNESU community update. Today is Sunday, November 7th, 2021. Here is our FNESU dashboard through November 5th. So these are case counts from October 30th through November 5th. As you can see, we had 25 cases in FNESU this week. That's our largest case total since the start of the pandemic. That gives us a total of 77 cases who have been at school while infectious since the start of the year, for a total of 110 total cases in FNESU this year. This dashboard gets updated every Friday if you're interested in following online. This can be found on our website. Here's the link. So as I said, we've seen a significant uptick in cases this week in FNESU. The majority of those cases were in both Sheldon Elementary School and Richford Junior Senior High School. So we're asking, in response to the higher case count, we have quite a bit of really important information in this newsletter. So I'm asking you to listen all the way until the end or read the community update in its entirety. So there are two things happening this week that are really important for members of our community to understand. The first is we're going to have community-wide COVID-19 walk-in sites tomorrow. There'll be 3 locations for testing in our FNESU communities. We also are able to stand up our test to stay programs in FNESU beginning on Tuesday. We will have test to stay sites, 2 of them, one in Sheldon at the fire station and the other in Richford at the fire station. We've chosen those locations because of the increased case counts in those 2 communities. So as you can see, here is our cumulative data in FNESU since the start of the year. You can see this week we've saw significantly higher case counts, particularly in Sheldon, Richford High School, and this is Richford Elementary. So these 2 communities in particular. Here's the information on the COVID-19 testing that is available to anyone within our communities. So the best way to prevent further spread is to identify where positive cases of COVID exist. So we encourage all community members that are interested in accessing these testing sites tomorrow. These are available tomorrow, Monday, November 8th. The first location is at the Enosburg Emergency Services Building. That will be held from 10 until 1 tomorrow. The second location is at the Sheldon Fire Station. That's going to be held from 2 until 4 tomorrow. These sites are open to anyone in the public. Everyone has access to encourage these free COVID-19 testing opportunities. Community members, even if you're asymptomatic, you are welcome to attend. Registration for these 2 clinics is not required. Walk-ins are encouraged. The third location for COVID-19 testing tomorrow is in Richford at the Notch Clinic. That one is the 53 Main Street site. That's a regular testing site on Mondays from 10 o'clock until 2 o'clock. That site does require pre-registration, so please click on this link in order to pre-register for that COVID-19 testing opportunity. Our COVID-19 response testing programs in FNESU are going to begin on Tuesday, November 9th, 2021. We have been able to stand up 2 test to stay sites to begin with in FNESU. These sites will be up and running on Tuesday, November 9th. They'll be located at the Richford Fire Station. We're going to ask you to enter off Intervale Avenue and drive around the back of the fire station. We'll be doing the testing in your cars as you drive up to the side of the fire station. When you're finished with the testing, you'll exit onto Main Street. So we just encourage when you come to follow the signs. In Sheldon, that will be our second site. That'll be at the fire station. And again, please follow the signs for where to go to get in line for this testing. These testing sites will open at 6:30. We're anticipating that we'll be open until 7:45 each morning. Both of these do require consent and pre-registration. So please click on this link, and on that link you can see that there's information about how to do the consent to participate, and there's also information about how to click on your school-specific site to pre-register to participate in the Test to Stay program. So please make sure you do that. It'd be great if you could do that today. As we figure this all out, this is new to us, the Test to Stay program in particular. We are anticipating that there may be some bumps as we figure this out. We thank you in advance for your patience and understanding as we do our best to figure out how to offer these programs to our communities. Please remember that the Test to Stay is a 7-day rapid antigen test program. The goal is to allow students who would otherwise have to quarantine to remain in school during their quarantine period as long as they test negative on their 7-day rapid antigen tests. These tests are available only to unvaccinated, asymptomatic FNESU students and staff members who have been identified as close contacts to confirmed cases of COVID-19 in our schools. So again, these are open to FNESU staff and students only who are unvaccinated, who are asymptomatic, and who've been exposed to a close contact that occurred in our schools. Pre-registration is required. Please make sure you do that. For more information about testing programs in Vermont, please visit this link. And how Test to Stay works, please visit this link. Here is a flowchart that just shows you about the Test to Stay program. This one also shows you other programs available in Vermont. For now, FNESU schools will be participating in the Test to Stay program and in the in-school PCR response testing program. So test type 1 and test type 2. That's what we are participating in for now. We also have vaccination clinics. VDH will be holding vaccination clinics around the state in some of the elementary schools. These are closed clinics for us, so they're ages 5 through 11. And I say closed because they're pediatric only. These clinics are open to anyone through the registration site by anyone from anywhere in the state who signs up at this link. So there'll be a combination of FNESU children and others as well. The last time I looked, the Enosburg Clinic was already filled, and there were still spaces available in Richford, Berkshire, and Sheldon. So if you have decided that you would like to have your child vaccinated, please register as soon as you can. If there are no available sites open, there are other schools within Franklin County and Grand Isle County and other neighboring communities that do have sites available. So you're welcome to register at any of those sites. If you are unable to get into a school site, please don't worry. The Vermont Department of Health has confirmed that there will be other community clinics and there will be access at local pharmacies and in pediatricians' offices. Please understand that this requires parent permission and parents are required to accompany their child to these vaccination clinics. If families do not have transportation and they would like their child to receive the vaccination, please contact the school nurse and they'll collaborate with you to make arrangements. Here's today's update on COVID-19 cases throughout Vermont. As you can see, the case counts are still very high compared to what they've been throughout the pandemic. So 376 new cases in Vermont today. In Franklin County, we see that there have been 301 cases in the last 14 days. And it looks like there were 48 new cases yesterday in Franklin County. Here's the information on COVID-19 cases in our FNESU communities in the last 2 weeks. As you can see, in Richford, Enosburg, and Montgomery, there have been greater than 80 cases per 10,000. In Sheldon, there were 41 to 80 cases per 10,000. In Bakersfield, 21 to 40 cases. And in Berkshire, reporting at 2 to 5 cases. Again, some of those Berkshire cases were likely reported in Richford and Enosburg because of the addresses. And finally, I would like to thank you in advance for your patience and understanding. I know that everyone is under tremendous stress. Our families, our students, our staff members, and our community members. Together, let's choose to use positive attitudes and be patient and understanding of one another, and we can get through this together. Thank you, everyone.